Subscribe for daily content. Support this channel so it can grow. Join my Patreon to see exclusive videos and photos.
Please follow me on Twitter for even more quick updates.
1. Soviet scouts traverse swampy ground Krasnodar region, 1943. 2. Stalin in the Kremlin after a meeting about the Nazi invasion of the Soviet Union at the start of Operation Barbarossa. The photographer secretly defied orders to destroy it as it was deemed not to show Stalin in a positive light. 3. Glasses of those killed at Auschwitz concentration camp. Photo taken during Soviet liberation of the camp the 27th of January 1945. 4. German soldiers walk past an inscription left by Yugoslav partisans in the city of Hvar. The inscription in Bosnian reads, "Long live our allies, the USSR, England, America." Five. A Luftwaffe sailor signals aboard a patrol craft on Lake Ladoga, Finland, Soviet Union, the 13th of August 1942. 6. Soviet soldier capturing German hiding in a basement during the Battle of Berlin, April 1945. 7. Photo of Soviet officer, his soldiers with the radio station, an STG-44. 8. Soviet man T-3485 provides physical cover as Yugoslav partisans cross a street junction carrying a wounded soldier on stretchers during the liberation of Belgrade, Serbia, October 1944. 9. 3 German motorcycle infantrymen observe Soviet positions in a nearby village, June 1941. 10. Soviet troops firing from a destroyed building near Voronezh, 1942. Realizing you're about to be guarded by a 7 feet 4 inches opponent. 12. German troops using a Schienenwolf rail wolf, also called a Schwellenflug sleeper plow, to destroy rail tracks while withdrawing from Soviet territory, 1944. 13. KV-2 Soviet heavy assault tank next to a boy, 1940. 14. Soviet infantry advancing through the countryside, Germany, 1945. 15. Soviet soldiers load rockets into a Katyusha, during the bitter fighting along the Oder River, March 1945. 16. Soviet soldiers in the attack, supported by artillery. 17. A Soviet soldier carrying the head of a statue of Hitler, Berlin 1945. 18. Soviet M4AA machine guns in action. Battle for Leningrad. 19. Soviet Air Force officers, Rufina Gasheva, 848 night combat missions, and Natalie Mechlin, 980 night combat missions, decorated as Heroes of the Soviet Union, for their service with the famed Night Witches unit during World War II. 20. Soviet anti-tank riflemen firing on an enemy tank. The location, date unknown, could be near the city of Stalingrad, 1942–1943. 21. Long live this invincible banner. A Finnish soldier stands in front of the Soviet gate, Riekalansari, July 1941. 22. Moments before the execution of a Soviet infiltrator officer. Finland, 1942. 1. Soviet naval infantry. Soldier stands in front of the Soviet gate. Riekalansari, July 1941. 22. Moments before the execution of a Soviet infiltrator officer. 2. Waffen-SS troops take cover from heavy Soviet artillery fire. Soldier stands in front of the Soviet gate. 3. The interior of the Reichstag, scrawled with chalk messages from the invading Soviet troops. Of a Soviet infiltrator officer. 4. A Soviet POW defiantly stares at SS Reichsführer Heinrich Himmler, Russia, August 1941. 3. The interior of the Reichstag, scrawled with chalk messages from the 5. American and Soviet soldiers together by the end of WW2. At SS Reich. 6. German troops tow a 7.5 cm infantry gun past a Soviet border marker, June 1940. 7. Soviet soldiers and German POW together by the end of WW2. At SS Reich. 8. Soviet soldiers location, date, names unknown. Border marker, June. 9. German officers question captured Russian lieutenant 1941. 9. 2. General Otto Schumann presenting a portrait of Adolf Hitler to a young girl who won the top prize in a Hitler Youth and Nationale Jugendstorm competition in Lahn van Poot in 1941. 11. Wounded Soviet prisoners of war location, date, names unknown. Otto Schumann presenting a 12. Russia 1941 Soviet prisoners of war. Lahn van Poot in 13. Soviet soldiers location, date, names unknown. 14. Soviet sapper location, date, names unknown. Portrait of Adolf Hitler. 12. Russia. 15. Soviet engineer sapper location, date, names unknown. 13. Soviet soldiers location, date, names unknown. 14. 16. Soviet 120 mm mortar 1943 location, date, names unknown. 17. Soviet soldiers location, date, names unknown. 13. Soviet soldiers location, date, names 20. German He-115B-1 seaplane from the 506th Coastal Aviation Group over the Norwegian coast, 1941. 19. A German infantryman sprints forward besides a captured Samoa S-35, Soviet. 20. Female Soviet sniper Rosa Shanina with her spotter pose for a propaganda photo. She had achieved 59. 21. Soviet female fighter pilots beside a Yakovlev Yak-1 fighter, 1942. The USSR. 22. Soviet soldier with an improvised surface-to-air rocket launcher at a Russian airfield, unknown date or location. 23. Soviet poet Yevgeny Dolmatovsky holding Hitler's head in Berlin, May 24. Colorized photo of Soviet Su-76Ms with infantry support. The photo is 25. A Panzergrenadier with an MG-34 watches as two Tiger tanks attack Soviet positions near the Dnieper. 19. 26. Soviet soldiers participated in the Victory Parade, June 24, 1945. Claimed to have been taken near 25. A Panzergrenadier with 27. The entrance to the Nazis' Auschwitz concentration camp in Poland soon after its liberation by Soviet troops, January 1945. 19.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a comment, like and subscribe. Support the channel so I can bring you more content. Thank you again.
Thank you to all my Patreons for making those videos possible. You are awesome.